Alright, hello and welcome back to 2K14 Universe. I am Jitch and you're watching Friday Night SmackDown.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 235 pounds. True.
Apparently I haven't done this in a week. Ooh, I hate that. Anyway, welcome back. Welcome back to SmackDown. Welcome back to 2K14 Universe, the first SmackDown of 2013. And we're kicking things off with the man who I think will be the face of this brand, or whatever brand he ends up on after the draft in 2013. I mean, maybe. Listen, maybe that was a little bit of a joke, but I do think R-Truth is great. I do think we need to put recognition on his name. I do think he deserves far more respect. And I'm looking forward to seeing what R-Truth does tonight against his opponent. This son of a bitch, Chris Jericho. I hate this guy. I'm angry. Almost ruined TLC completely when he tricked us all into thinking The Undertaker was back, and it was just this piece of trash. Ugh.
Approaching the ring, from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing 231 pounds, Chris Jericho.
Well, in the end, The Undertaker did return, and he destroyed Jericho in just over a minute. Jericho says that tonight begins his redemption. He says that 2013 is going to be his year where he finally becomes a world champion, and it all begins with his road to the Royal Rumble, a match which he guarantees he will come out with the victor. And I'll tell you what, if Chris Jericho wins the 2013 Royal Rumble, I will quit commentary. I will retire, and I'll be replaced by Schmogus, my friend here. Until then, you can't say a word, so don't even think about it, alright? Wow. What a dynamic entrance by Chris Jericho, as always, as he makes his way to the ring to face R-Truth, kicking off the first SmackDown at 2013. We have a very big main event for you here tonight, a 6-man tag team match. We don't do these too often because they take 7,000 years to complete, but here tonight, the stars have aligned, and that is exactly what we have going on. So on one side, we've got Big Show, John Cena, and Edge. And they will be facing off against the Coalition, Damian Sandow and Scott Steiner, for those of you that don't know, the World Tag Team Champions, and their tag partner will be Mark Henry. This comes after Henry hit a surprise attack on Big Show last week on SmackDown. He wasn't able to knock the Big Show off. He wasn't able to make... Oh, wait, no, he was able to knock Big Show off. Big Show did lose momentum. Big Show lost to Scott Steiner, my mistake. And, of course, John Cena with a victory over Damian Sandow. Big Show losing to Scott Steiner, and obviously Mark Henry being very involved in this World Heavyweight Championship picture right now as well. It all kind of crosses ties, it all kind of connects, and of course Edge has said that he has not forgotten about what Mark Henry did to Bret Hart, about what Mark Henry tried to do to him, and he says that he will bring things full circle and get one step closer to the main goal right now, which is admittedly held by his tag partner tonight, The Big Show, and that is the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, for those of you that don't know, the Edge's career as of late, something that has really begun to eat away at him as time has gone on, is the fact that Edge is a former World Heavyweight Champion, but his only World Heavyweight Championship reign was just a few minutes as he was cashed in on by Jack Swagger, of all people. And Edge has never won a world championship since. And that was, well, as of, I think it's like either April or May this year. I believe it was extremely, I think it's April. That will be 3 years since Edge last held a world championship. Of course, Edge is one of many that has declared entry into the Royal Rumble. So, look forward to seeing what he can do there. Of course, as well, talking about our main event, another interesting side note is that at the Royal Rumble, it will be John Cena challenging for the World Heavyweight Championship. However, we don't know if he'll be facing off against Big Show or the former champion Mark Henry, because Mark Henry has said that before we reach the Royal Rumble, he is getting his rematch for the World Heavyweight Championship. I would hope that Big Show would retain, truth be told, because we've had a lot of short-lived championship reigns as of late when it comes to the World Heavyweight title, and that needs to stop. Kick out there by R-Truth. Jericho giving it his all, and of course, let's not forget, Truth holds singles victories over both Damien Sandow and Scott Steiner, the two World Tag Team Champions right now, and of course, Steiner, who has a victory over the Big Show. Vicariously speaking, R-Truth holds a victory over the Big Show. R-Truth should be a contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, is what I'm saying. Great reversal there, takes down Chris Jericho. Also tonight, you can expect to see Fandango and Eddie Guerrero. That's up next. Darren Young will be in his SmackDown debut. After Titus O'Neil lost to Six last week, Darren Young will be making his SmackDown debut, facing off against Six's partner, Curt Hennig. So that should be an interesting one-on-one matchup. And Christian, who has said since Edge is pursuing the World Heavyweight Championship, he's focused on that. And of course, they are at the bottom of the contention for the World Tag Team Championships right now after losing their rematch. Christian has said perhaps it's time for him to focus on what he is #1 contender at, and that is the Intercontinental title. Cover attempt here on R-Truth, just a kick out at 2. And so Christian has done a very questionable thing here tonight, and he has challenged Andre the Giant, who has said you can have a match non-title. So Christian will face Andre the Giant later on tonight. Christian right now the #1 ranked contender for the Intercontinental Championship. That could change if he suffers a loss to Andre tonight. Ooh, lie detector. I love that move. R-Truth into the cover on Chris Jericho. Ooh, almost. And bicycle kick. I thought we were going to get a little Jimmy. And Jericho's about to find out what's up. A drop kick, apparently. It's nice of the crowd to always respond to R-Truth. Oh, I hate the running finishes in 2K14. The game is so dumb with them. It doesn't know how to do them at all. Back and forth. Oh, here we go. Oh, I know a finish when I see one. Little Jimmy. Well, that's what R-Truth was looking for when he kept yelling, "What's up?" But I guess he kept pressing the wrong button. What do I mean by that? I don't know. I'm sure if we could have a look into R-Truth's head, it would make sense. Jericho pulling Truth away from the ropes and now going in for a cover. Is he going to be able to put R-Truth away? Just a 2 count, though. This match is just as competitive as I'd expected it to be. Jericho and R-Truth. I mean, look, I don't like Jericho. I think he's a real piece of trash. But he is a great competitor. He can really go the distance. And the code breaker. That's gotta be it. Why does he keep going for the walls of Jericho and the ropes just after immediately release? That's kind of silly. And it's not it. It's still not it. Super Truth is here to uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I think we will. No. I'm trying to believe it. Neckbreaker. Jericho clearly becoming frustrated with the fact he's hit Truth with the code breaker twice, and Truth is kicked out both times. Truth's on a whole other level. Oh, here we go. There it is. Season 4. Yeah, you know it. Yeah, you know I'm sick of it at this point. Season 4, you know it. Chris Jericho picking up a win. I guess he really needed that as he made his return to SmackDown here tonight. And he managed to. So that's good. Chris Jericho. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Up next, Fandango gets ready to face off against Eddie Guerrero. This is a first-time matchup. Should be interesting. And we'll find out who the better man is up next. I'm going to place my bets on... this might surprise you, but I'm going to place my bets on Eddie Guerrero.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring.
I can't let it happen. I'm sorry. There we go. I can't let him butcher that name anymore. No. I'm taking a stand. I've been taking a stand for like the last month. What am I saying? Anyway, Fandango, everybody. What a icon on the SmackDown roster. And I tell you, I always say it, the future is bright for Fandango. Well, here tonight, maybe not so much. He's got a very tough opponent. Fandango set to face off against Eddie Guerrero. Eddie, who, I gotta be honest, I don't really feel like he's had a very eventful year recently. I feel like Season 4 has been a little underwhelming for Eddie Guerrero, truthfully. But a win over Fandango here tonight could maybe help get Eddie Guerrero's career back on track. I mean, the thing is right now, I say this for quite a few superstars. I could say this for Fandango. I could say this for Eddie Guerrero. I can say this for, you know, some of the guys in the last match. When the world champion is the Big Show and the Intercontinental champion is Andre the Giant, there's not really a lot of room for people that aren't, you know, 7 foot here on SmackDown to step up and be a champion. And I think that's something that a lot of the superstars on SmackDown right now are struggling with, you know. The European Championship is held by Randy Savage over on Raw. And since Survivor Series, we haven't seen anyone get a shot at the European Championship. And it feels like there's becoming a little bit of a divide, like SmackDown superstars aren't getting their fair share of opportunity at this title that was supposed to be dual branded.
And approaching the ring from El Paso, Texas, weighing 228 pounds, Eddie Guerrero.
All I'm saying is perhaps it's time to look into, rather than sharing a championship with Raw, the European Championship, perhaps it's time to look into a championship of their own here on SmackDown. And the Cruiserweight title, I guess, you could say would make sense to bring back. I mean, it's definitely something that these lighter, smaller athletes could compete for. Truth, I believe, is eligible. Guerrero, I believe, is eligible. Fandango, you know, Zack Ryder, Scorpio. There's a lot of people I think are eligible. Perhaps it's maybe even time to look into a new championship, though. I think something needs to be done, is what I'm saying. I think we need another championship here on SmackDown, something for people to maybe have a hope in hell of competing for. There's a lot of powerhouses and a lot of massive men on the SmackDown roster, and I feel like it's harder for these guys to... I mean, obviously, you know, some of them can step up, they can beat them, but I don't really know what I'm trying to say. I guess the point I'm trying to make is that the European Championship has evaded SmackDown for, I feel like, at least half a year at this point, if not more, right? I mean, what, it's now Randy Savage, it was Bryce Walker, and then before that it was Daniel Bryan, then it was Kofi Kingston for quite a long time. Yeah, the last person to hold the European Championship here on SmackDown was Zack Ryder, and that was before the championship unification back at SummerSlam. And that's when it was merged into, and Cruiserweight title's obviously retired, and that's why I think we don't need to bring back the Cruiserweight title. Because I don't think there's that many people that could compete for it. I just think we need another championship here on SmackDown. One way or another, we need another title here on SmackDown. We need opportunities be opened up for those that can't step up to Andre the Giant or the Big Show right now in their current position. It's going to be a make or break moment, and eventually it's going to make someone. Someone's going to beat Andre the Giant, for example. Big Show's obviously very fresh into his World Heavyweight Championship reign. We don't know if he'll crack under the pressure of that. And obviously, he's got John Cena as a tough opponent. But someone's going to eventually beat Andre, and it's going to be, I think, a career-defying victory for them, like it was for defining, not defying. A career-defining victory for them, like it was for Biggie Langston when he beat Andre for the NXT Championship. But in the meantime, you know, you look at the championships and how they're hung up by these larger men, and even the World Tag Team titles. You know, Damian Sandow, sure, he kind of fits more the more standard billing, but Scott Steiner, I would honestly put Steiner up there with Andre and Big Show. He's not as tall, no, but that guy is about as wide as both of them. It's freaking huge, and I feel like something needs to be done. That's all I'm saying. Something's got to be done here. I think I know someone who could do something about it. So I'll get back to you on that. I got a little bit of an idea. Eddie striking away at Fandango, and down he goes. Eddie Guerrero over the ropes. Ooh. I feel like this matchup, believe it or not, I think this got some good potential. As a matter of fact, I say Fandango, Eddie Guerrero, they could be pretty good. I haven't addressed this. I meant to talk about this at the start of the video, by the way. For anyone that's wondering, I don't think very many are. I think a lot of people have just gone, okay, he's playing the old wrestling games. But in case anyone is wondering, like, are you going to be doing 2K14 at any point? Eventually. I didn't really like 22 or 23. I barely played either of them. Leg sweep on Eddie into a cover and a 2. I was considering buying it because it came out, as of the day I'm recording this, it came out today. The physical, like, actual release, not the stupid digital pre-order thing. But I just, from a content creator standpoint, I've always said this, it's hard to be motivated to do newer releases when there are channels that get the game an entire month before it came out. So, you know, you kind of don't stand a chance. In terms of, like, those videos doing well anyway, because it's all already been covered before the game even came out. Obviously not everything necessarily, but then you've got the digital pre-order as well, where you get it 3 days early. And I don't do digital. I'm not spending twice as much just to get it 3 days early, just so I can have it digital and physical either. No way. So there is that, because obviously, you know, you want your videos to do well. You want it to be like a good investment. You know, that's just the brutal honesty of it. But also, like, everything's already been covered by people. I like doing things that, like, you know, I mean, if I'll put it this way, right? If the 40 years of WrestleMania was the quality of 30 years of WrestleMania, I'd be all over it. But it doesn't look very good. It looks like the Ray and the Cena showcase, except I think this one, I think this one actually has commentary, which is nice, but it does still keep cutting to footage, and the headaches of disputing copyright claims just left and right because they couldn't be bothered to animate a cutscene and instead just cut to WWE Network footage. It sucks. I don't like that mode. It's bad. I hear the gameplay is better though. I hear they you know, they got rid of the stupid button combos and shit. I'm sure it's a good game. I'm sure there are people that really enjoy it, but I'm just in no hurry to get it. And obviously it's also very It's very hard to care about buying a wrestling game on release, where they're like £60 now here. Games used to be like 40 a couple years ago. And then like in like 3 or 4 months, it'll be like half of that. Because wrestling games never stay expensive. Lasso from El Paso, my god, Eddie like never does this. It's a shame that he hasn't worked the legs, which I think is the only way you ever win with that. Just the Fandango's arm go. Yeah, so I hope that answers that. I'm not trying to be a downer, but you know, I did not rush to buy 23 when it came out, and I did not really regret that. I own 23 on PS4 and PC. I've never even played it on PC. I just got it in a Humble Choice subscription bundle. At 23, I literally, what I did, 23, I borrowed to do the showcase, which sucked. And I mean, it was kind of fun to play. It's just looking back, it was not very good. And then I bought it for my GM, but we only ended up doing that like twice, and then I just never played it again. So yeah, I'm in no hurry. I hope that answers that though. I'll carry on doing this, and obviously when 15 rolls around, when I get to 15 universe, I will be doing the showcase in 15, as well as my career. I'll be doing just everything there is really to offer in 15, and I'll be doing that in every game going forward from there. So like when I get to 16, I'll do, you know, 16's showcase and my career. 16 showcase is still, I think, the best showcase they ever did, by the way. Personally, I don't think they're ever going to top that. That one was... They should have done more like that. Just covering one guy's career. Well, there you go. That is not the way I foresaw that going. That is... shocking. This would piss some people off to see. But I had nothing to do with it. That's just how it played out. Anyway, I didn't speak about this match at all because I thought it was worth talking about 24. So, forgive me. Yeah, you fucking tell him, man. You tell him. Now go give him a kick. Go kick him in the face. Go out there and kick Justin Roberts' teeth. Anyway, moving on. Yeah.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Miami, Florida, weighing 239 pounds, Darren Young.
All right, well, last week Titus O'Neil surprisingly came up short against Six-Pack. I'll tell you, sometimes Six can pull out some amazing victories, and last week I'd say him beating Titus was definitely up there, but now we'll see if Darren Young can have better luck in singles competition here tonight. Of course, naturally, as is the flow of this kind of build, we all know that next week it will be a tag team match where the two teams actually face off in a regular tag team matchup.
Approaching the ring, representing the Outlaws from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, weighing 257 pounds, Curt, Hennig.
Well, there's a very interesting situation, by the way, regarding the Royal Rumble. I have a match to announce for you all that, well, honestly might come as a bit of a surprise, but at the Royal Rumble, the Coalition will be defending the World Tag Team Championships against the Primetime Players. This came after the Coalition attacked the Primetime Players following their victory that brought them here to SmackDown from NXT. Coalition have said, you're two-time NXT Tag Team Champions, we're going to stop you before you even get started. And they're told to make the most of their Royal Rumble spotlight because it's the only big event that they'll be competing on. So it will be a tag team title match. PTP. Yeah. So fun little fact for you, the game crashed again. Right after the last match, it crashed. It literally crashes every single time I record this. It is insane. I don't know if it's a problem with the PS3. It's gotta be, because I don't remember 2K14 crashing this much. It couldn't have, because I chose to do 2K14 way back in the day for a second year instead of 15. There's no way. There's just no way that it crashed that often. I feel like I would not have decided to do a second year of it. Oh, Daniel Bryan swearing. He's not even here tonight. He's still managing to pull it off. Also, can you believe it? In just 6 days' time, it'll be January 10th, 2013. Which means that when I next record SmackDown, I will be 19 years old. Oh, no! Oh, that's so weird to think about. I'm 30 now. Oh, God, I was doing this series when I was 19. Oh, my good Lord. What a weird feeling. I sure as hell wasn't using anyone in this ring back then, though. It was just CAW. I'm pretty sure, like, all of my series in, like, when I was, like, 19, 20, well, all of my original series, I think, in general, I think I was just using CAWs, like, all the time. It's just, like, it was, like, half TNA, half WWE, half WWF. That's not how halves work. And then there was the, like, Lucha Underground takeover, which I think, honestly, looking back, I would not do again. I mean, don't get me wrong, I liked Lucha Underground, I do. It's a good show, but holy moly, I pushed a little too hard. I was really enjoying it at the time, though, and I think I just got wrapped up in that. Yeah, a lot of the in-game people, I feel like I just never used. Stun gun on the top ropes there. Darren Young. Turn and cut Hennig around, and ooh, a reversal by Hennig. Imagine if Hennig was to knock off Darren Young here tonight. I mean, surely if the Primetime Players were to continue to lose on the road to the Royal Rumble, they'd have to be removed from the World Tag Team Championship match, right? Like, that would naturally be the conclusion there. I'm not rooting for it. I like the Primetime Players. I feel like it's a little early for them to be competing for the tag team titles, truth be told. But, you know, if they're being given that opportunity, seize it. And there you go. The gut check by Darren Young, perfectly centered in the ring, too. That's got to be it. There you go. Darren Young with a big win here tonight over Curt Hennig. That'll help make up for Titus's loss last week. As I mentioned before, I'm sure it'll be the Outcasts up against the Primetime Players next week. The Primetime Players are going to get ready for that tag team title opportunity coming their way with the Royal Rumble. We could see these guys win their third championship together and their first here on Friday nights in just 3 weeks' time. Anyway, we now move on to our next match here tonight. Andre the Giant and Christian.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Grenoble in the French Alps, weighing 476 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. Here he comes, the eighth.
Well, Andre the Giant, folks, here he comes. The Intercontinental Championship. Champion, not championship. I Kind of fumbled the bag when I was talking there. Here he comes. And I tell you what, if I were Christian, I would be afraid of what awaits me. This is gonna be a big one. I mean, maybe, listen, maybe we'll actually see Christian pull off the upset tonight. Someone has got to knock. Yeah, I was waiting for that. Well, hold on a minute. Why? Why would Damien Sandow do that? Sandow, everybody, with a cheap shot. And why? Why, damn it?
This match is being televised around the world in 18 languages in over.
Let's just double checking something real quick on this side. Okay. Okay. I think I might have spoken during a loading screen. My mistake. If my commentary gets cut off there, I do apologize. I was quickly double checking something because I have a plan. I don't want to disclose the information, but I have an idea. And we're gonna see how that works out. Big heel kick there by Christian to Andre the Giant. Well, I tell you, this is definitely not a match where Christian needed to be weakened. He definitely didn't need a cheap shot from Damien Sandow heading into this match with Andre the freaking Giant. And I'm sure Andre didn't need the help either. And I'm sure Andre would tell you just as much. He'd say, I don't need that. Well, the Coalition have successfully knocked Edge and Christian out of contention for the tag team titles. Why they would still want to get involved in their business like this, I don't know. At this point, it's got to just be a screw with Edge and Christian. To really stick it to them just that little bit more. They defeated them in their own game, TLC. What more do they want? Why?
Man, this is one of those matches you just like to sit back and enjoy watching.
Ain't that the truth? Amen. That's every match. Play any of them.
Slip reversal there by Christian.
Christian, oh, very impressive there. Fans evidently do not like it. I don't really know why. Christian trying to be resourceful.
He's putting those educated feet to good use.
Here's a fun little question for the viewers here. The viewers, those that are watching and listening at this current point in time. Who do you see being a champion in the year 2013? Andre the Giant, clearly not, because this guy is twisting his own neck until it snaps. Andre, what are you doing? Andre, no! No, Andre! Who do you see being a champion? Obviously, we can't predict who's going to be on what brand going in the future. What with the NXT EYS initiative, and obviously the draft coming up following WrestleMania. It's impossible to tell who will be where. But I'm just saying, who do you think will step up? Who do you think will be a champion? And I guess if you have any other bold predictions, like I think, you know, for example, I think Andre is going to be the longest reigning Intercontinental title, just anything really. Like, I'd be interested in hearing what people think the future holds. Especially because, as you can see from this series, I don't really play the matches anymore, so it's all just down to what happens, really. Christian in the submission hold here on Andre the Giant. That's not going to happen. I respect his efforts, but there's no way. Dropkick failed to connect. And Andre, ooh, insult to injury. Just going to try and pin Christian off of his own missed drop kick. Christian taking Andre up to his feet. I mean, I'll give Christian credit where due. He's holding his own against Andre. This could be the path to that major upset I was talking about. It could already happen here tonight to kick off the year. Christian with the kick to the head. My God, no way! Christian with a kill switch on Andre the Giant. I mean, he is a former WWE champion. He made it into the first WrestleMania. Christian, no! I really thought for a minute there that Christian had just beat Andre the Giant. That was becoming almost too believable. Yeah, you know, he holds a WrestleMania win over, what was it, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Batista in a fatal four-way. Christian, of all people in that four-way, came out the winner. That is his only WWE Championship win to date. Came from him winning the first ever Royal Rumble back in 2010. Don't underestimate Christian, but oh, you might have to scrape him off the mat after that one. And there you go. Well, you know what? That was a very impressive performance by Christian. I will not take that away from him. As easy as it is to dismiss Christian when he came out the loser, I think he really impressed tonight. Especially when you consider that he was attacked before the match even began. Head slammed against the steel steps. He still managed to go toe-to-toe with Andre the Giant for as long as he did. I think Christian deserves a lot of respect for this performance here tonight. Well, the Giant comes out the winner, and I continue to question who will beat this man who is undeniably also going to be in this year's Royal Rumble match. There's no question. He's got to be in it. And who's going to eliminate him, if anyone? Wow. Now we move on to our main event. The Coalition teaming up with Mark Henry as they face off against John Cena, Edge, and the World Heavyweight Champion, The Big Show. Oh, man. Here we go.
The following six-man contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Silsbee, Texas, weighing 418 pounds, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
Well, this is a nightmare for anyone who has to stare this man down as he comes to the ring. Thankfully, he is out first here tonight. Mark Henry, who has made his intentions clear, he said, I am taking back my World Heavyweight Championship before the Royal Rumble. That means he's got 2 SmackDowns to get that done in, I believe. Maybe 3? 2 or 3 SmackDowns. I think it's 3, actually. Yeah, I think it's 3. 3 weeks to make his decision on when he's going to get that rematch with The Big Show. I don't believe it's scheduled for next week. But of course, there is one man who is also now saying he's got a claim to the World Heavyweight Championship, and that is the Great Khali. And whilst I know he's not the most popular guy, he does hold a win over The Big Show recently. So you can't help but wonder.
His partners, representing the Coalition, from Palo Alto, California, weighing 247 pounds, one half of the World Tag Team Champions, the self-professed intellectual savior of the masses, Damien Sandow.
Man, I gotta say, this is a guy I don't really want to be seeing right now, and I'm sure Edge would agree. Edge, of course, the tag team partner of Christian, who was at least a little bit, I'd say, screwed out of a huge opportunity. Christian went toe-to-toe with Andre the Giant. He was very impressive, but obviously now he's going to wonder to himself, would I have won if it weren't for Damien Sandow? And it's going to be Edge's duty here tonight to try and get revenge for his buddy, I'm sure.
Representing the Coalition, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing 276 pounds, one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Scott Steiner.
The Coalition have really been one of the most impressive tag teams to have emerged this season. I mean, they're a very unlikely pairing. I'll say it again and again, because I'm sure it's what everyone thinks when they first see these guys. Why are Sandow and Steiner the tag team champions? I'm sure that's like the question that comes to mind immediately, and it's because they are simply the Coalition. Two very different people with one similar goal. That goal seems to have gone a little behind them, as initially this all started because of an issue with Triple H, but I mean, it brought them together, it got them the tag team titles, and they seem to be living a good life right now. Scott Steiner is another person, actually, by the way, that just like Mark Henry and just like the Great Khali, he says, I hold a win over the Big Show. I should get a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, obviously, Steiner is already holding the tag team titles, and generally speaking, that means that he cannot compete for the World Heavyweight Championship, but the SmackDown General Manager Paul Heyman is an extremely unpredictable individual. So, you never know. That could change. That could be different. There's no saying. And of course, here comes one man who has made it his goal to finally win the big one this year.
From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing 241 pounds, the rated R superstar, Edge.
Will Edge be able to finally win the World Heavyweight Championship this year? Well, he is one of many who will join the Royal Rumble match at the end of the month. And I think that's perhaps his biggest opportunity to try and get a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. Edge has never headlined WrestleMania. He's never gotten that big opportunity on a grand stage. Of course, Edge, his only championship win was over Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight Championship back at the end of Season 1. We're now getting close to Season 5, so that should give you some perspective.
And his partners, from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing 240 pounds, John Cena.
And of course, John Cena set to face off for the World Heavyweight Championship at the Royal Rumble. But the question is, who will John Cena be facing for the World Heavyweight Championship at the Royal Rumble? I talked minutes ago about Mark Henry having a rematch for the World Championship. Scott Steiner claiming that he's a rightful contender. The Great Khali claiming he's a rightful contender. Who will be the World Heavyweight Champion coming out of the following weeks of SmackDown and heading into the Royal Rumble? There will be a World Championship defense in the next few weeks. And it seems like everyone wants a shot at this guy.
And their partner, standing 7 feet tall, weighing 441 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, the Big Show.
There's a lot of twists and turns that led to the Big Show getting a World Heavyweight Championship opportunity at TLC, but I'm sure he's very grateful for it because Big Show defeated Mark Henry, a man who seemed to be becoming untouchable. And Big Show finally capturing the World Heavyweight Championship. This is the run of a lifetime for him, he says, and he's not going to take any moment for granted. Solidarity between the Coalition is always good to see.
An important thing to remember is the team that protects each other and works frequent tags will be in a much better position to win this. Give the WWE Universe your opinion of Mark Henry, Ken.
Mark Henry starting things off against Edge, and of course, as I mentioned before, one of Edge's main targets right now is Mark Henry because he says, I have not forgotten about what you did to Brett. Oh my god, world's strongest slam. Starting things off rough for Edge here. Cover attempt. Is this already going to be the end of this one? Oh, I'm surprised Cena and Big Show didn't come in to help. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Wow, there's Big Show. I believe Scott Steiner is currently Yep. Doing the most Scott Steiner thing imaginable. Bending the rules and doing as he wishes. That was a rough start for Edge, immediately getting hit with the World's Strongest Slam. And I can announce to you here tonight that the SmackDown General Manager Paul Heyman has said, you know what, I will admit, there are 3 men right now in SmackDown that have a very legitimate claim to the World Heavyweight Championship. And that is why only one of them will be getting a shot against Big Show. Mark Henry may not be too pleased to hear this because it's risking his rematch clause. But Paul Heyman has said that he doesn't like the rematch clause to begin with. He thinks people should always have to win a title opportunity. So Paul Heyman has announced that next week on SmackDown, we have got a freakishly large triple threat main event. Mark Henry, the Great Khali, and yep, the Big Papa Pump, one of the World Tag Team Champions, Scott Steiner, all facing off in a triple threat elimination style. The last man standing in that triple threat will be getting a shot against Big Show for the World Heavyweight Championship the following week. So, it should be an interesting matchup to say the least. Scott Steiner could do what very few have accomplished, and he could be a double championship holder here on SmackDown. Careful, Cena. I know it's your opponent at Royal Rumble right now, but you don't have to be getting early shots in on him. He's your partner tonight. Might not even be your opponent at the Royal Rumble.
These competitors are giving it everything they have. I love SmackDown.
Santa, who was, as he says, humiliated by John Cena last week. Wanting to get out of the ring with him as quick as possible. Snapmare there by Cena to Mark Henry.
Don't expect a lot of mercy to be shown here.
John Cena with a suplex to Henry. And I have some news regarding the Royal Rumble, which is that everybody's favorite SmackDown superstar, Robert Scorpio, has issued a special challenge at the Royal Rumble. We'll hear more information about this next week on SmackDown. I can't disclose it right now. You have to tune in next week to find out. But I promise you this. It is a big challenge. And it has come really out of left field here. But I think it could be revolutionary for Friday nights. Mark Henry up to his feet, and Cena taking Henry into the corner. Cena and Henry have so much history against each other. I mentioned this several times on the road to the end of 2012. John Cena and Mark Henry, they kicked off the very first episode of 2012. Monday Night Raw. It was a main event between John Cena and Mark Henry, and obviously you look at the first ever main event of SmackDown. Some things never change. John Cena and Mark Henry sharing the spotlight once again, this time on SmackDown. And in a 6-man tag team matchup. Of course, Cena got his opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship at the Royal Rumble from winning at Survivor Series, being one of the 3 sole survivors on his team against the Coalition. It was a clean sweep for John Cena, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels. And Cena and Triple H were given the opportunity, the choice to either go for a tag team title opportunity against the Coalition or a World Heavyweight Championship opportunity in which they would have to face each other. They said that they both had one goal in mind, and that was the World Heavyweight Championship. And in that ladder match, John Cena defeated Triple H to become contender for the World Heavyweight title. Great reversal here by John Cena. And that's what brings us to the Royal Rumble, where John Cena will compete against whoever is the World Heavyweight Champion. It could be Khali, for all we know. It could be Scott Steiner. It could be pulling double duty, defending the tag titles and the World Heavyweight Championship. John Cena scooping up Mark Henry. And an attitude adjustment. He does it with such ease, even against someone the size of Mark Henry. It's incredible stuff. Edge and Big Show into the ring to help here, and just the 2. Coalition really didn't seem too urgent in helping Mark Henry out there. Referee trying to get Big Show out of the ring. Now, these six-man tag matches, they can break down, they can get awfully chaotic. Especially for the referee. Gonna have a hard time keeping on top of everyone in this match.
I just can't get over the physicality of this match. This has been brutal.
Truly, we are blessed with some of the greatest talents here on SmackDown. Tag made to Scott Steiner, who is in now, and John Cena slammed down by Big Bad Booty Daddy. Obviously, for Big Show, this is important here tonight. There's begun to be those pointed comments about how perhaps his victory over Mark Henry was a fluke, coming from the fact that John Cena, that Big Show has not really picked up any major wins since then. I don't like hearing that.
Like they say, on any given night, anything can happen in the WWE.
Big Show's a great talent. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
This match will have a lot of big moves. One question will be, who will capitalize on those moves the best?
There's an attempt by Steiner and Big Show just dumping him over his head. Obviously for Big Show, this is about getting revenge against the guy that beat him.
Over the last 10 years, SmackDown has
Easier said than done, though.
with some of the most memorable moments in television history. And we're witnessing more amazing moments here tonight. A swift kick. Over the last 10 years, SmackDown has excited the WWE Universe with some of the most memorable moments in television history. And we're witnessing more amazing moments here tonight. Big save by their partner.
Snapmare by the Big Show to Scott Steiner. Crazy to think Mark Henry and Scott Steiner, they're on the same team tonight. They don't even know they're against each other next week. Another interesting match announcement for you next week on SmackDown, by the way. Wade Barrett has had some harsh words for the former World Heavyweight Champion. He says Sheamus has become a disgrace and an embarrassment. He said, what happened to the man that was the longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion, the leader of the United Kingdom, a respected and incredible talent? He says, all Sheamus has done lately is lose, lose, lose. He's lost to the Big Show. He lost to Andre the Giant. He has become nothing but a failure. And Wade Barrett says he's going to benefit off of that. And he's going to finally humiliate Sheamus next week on SmackDown. So we got a matchup between Sheamus and Wade Barrett, two former friends. And they definitely had their issues. Obviously, the European Championship was exchanged between the two of those. They had their back and forth. So looking forward to seeing that one. Friday Night SmackDown. That's my Michael Cole impression. It always weirds me out to see and hear like Michael Cole these days compared to the Michael Cole that's featured in this game, because it's like night and day. It's like two completely different people. He seems like he's actually enjoying himself these days. Of course, this could be the way to finish it. Ah, the ropes. That might be the only reason that didn't end right there and then. in the WWE. Imagine Sandow getting a victory over the Big Show. Nope. He ran away as soon as the Big Show started getting up. Smart move. The Herculean strength. Yeah, I guess that fits. I didn't think about that for a minute.
Showing tremendous power. These guys are giving it absolutely everything they've got. He was able to reverse that. Wow, that may do it for the big bucks today.
Is this enough? Cover attempt? No, just a 2.
So much on the line here. Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest end over end. Submission locked in.
Mark Henry, he's got it, he's got it.
Listen to this.
John Cena can't break it, Edge can't break it, no one can break it.
I can't believe everything that's transpired thus far. It's
And of course, those Let's Go Big Show chants have begun.
submission.
Is this going to be enough? Sandow into the submission hold.
Yeah, he's got to get the pressure off somehow.
This match is really broken down here.
Nice reversal.
Bodies flying everywhere. People fighting left and right. Sandow with a low blow. And he catches him. Sandow is in control of the World Heavyweight Champion. I feel like Big Show has been in that ring a little too long at this point. Cover attempt. Is it over? No. I tell you, if you're the Big Show, the last thing you want to be having happen to you is getting pinned by Damien Sandow.
It's been so physical.
I mean, how do you even tolerate that? That guy is such a jerk. I hate him.
You must pay
Cena.
close attention.
Caught here by Damien Sandow. Great move. Big Show, what do you... I mean, I think Big Show is the legal man, actually. Sorry, this match is really broken down. It's hard to keep track of everything going on here. Edge charging in. Cover attempt here. Is this going to be enough? Sandow got Edge down. Oh, and there it is. Damien Sandow picking up the pinfall over Edge to get the job done. And of course, oh, wait a minute. Sandow, Mark Henry past the chair. Oh, no. And Henry and Sandow wailing on Big Show and Edge to close out SmackDown. The Coalition may have found themselves a new ally, and he's the most dangerous of them all. Mark Henry and Sandow stand tall. I don't know what happened to Steiner and Big Show. I mean, not Big Show. Steiner and Cena here, but wow. What a way to close out. And the game actually did the cutscene right. Well done. Thank you for watching SmackDown, and I will see you on Monday Night Raw.